Jack Reacher and the other remaining special investigators have found more questions than answers since the beginning of season 2. There are 4 times as many places in this season compared to the first, but the riddle itself is slowly coming to light. This is an intentional decision on the side of the writers, as season 2 delves into the murder of their old co-workers and the enigma that is Reacher. Calvin Franz's funeral provides the inspiration for the episode's title, Burial, which alludes to the 110th Special Investigators Unit's first casualty. It is strange, nevertheless, that he does not rest in any of the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania cemeteries on Cemetery Lane, including Southside Cemetery and Allegheny. Ultimately, his character was deeply influenced by his passion for the Steel City. Instead, Reacher visits his not quite ally at his New York City burial. Presented a superhero figure by Detective Guy Russo to Franz's son, who is speaking with him. Since the season's antagonist has been shown twice delivering children comic books in a very disturbing manner. This causes the audience to get scared. But when Reacher confronts him, Russo has a story that is hard to refute. Cops in his unit murdered him because he was too clean living. His father was a police officer too. Reacher appears to have heard the detective, and he nearly offers an apology for the trouble he's caused him so far. That, however, is not the reason he has faith in the investigator. As gunshots break out during the funeral, targeting Franz's co-workers who have survived, Russo steps in to protect Franz's son and widow from the assailants. Lieutenant Russo ripped Russo to shreds in the prior episode. His intense frustration is evident in that incident and his conversation with Reacher. He isn't exactly a spotless police officer, but he isn't exactly a saint either. Angry Army veteran Reacher nearly chokes the would-be killer to death when he and Russo apprehend the fugitive hitman. But Russo turns a blind eye. A soldier dubbed Swan, who is a member of the 110th and has gone missing, hired the hitman, according to his statements when he does speak. Reacher has denied the possibility that one of his co-workers is dirty ever since he learned Tony Swan was a New Age employee. Burial explains it in a flashback. While he and Reacher are involved in a sting operation, Swan takes a bullet that was intended for his commanding officer. The fact that Swan betrayed Reacher is especially hurtful because he is not accustomed to having someone else's life depend on him. But it's hard to refute after what happened in this episode. An enormous explosion destroys the abandoned building where the hitman meets Swan, leaving Reacher and Neagley powerless to stop him. Everything about this case is unsettling Reacher, who is not accustomed to ambiguity.